I'm now live. I'm back with I'm Entertainment Hacker. I forget my intro, my outro. The channel's awesome though. This is Josh, and Josh is a friend of mine. Josh has got a really cool background, man. Tell me a bit about that for a second.
This is the Akira mural that was you probably saw it when you were in Shibuya around Parco.
No, I've been meaning to find it, but
Well,
I haven't been to Shibuya in months, man, because I can't leave my house.
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
it was up for 2 years, so you might have caught a glimpse of it. It was up for about 2 years. It was a wall that surrounded they were building a new department store, and they decorated the construction wall with artwork from Akira. It's another artist made these collages out of the original artwork. And then last year there was a ridiculously expensive poster that they sold, and I'm a sucker, and I bought one, so that's behind me.
That's cool. Hey, buy whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, channel just hit 1,600 subscribers, which is pretty good, and it's kind of like active too. And okay, here's the guy. John Bamford looks exactly all right. You look a little different from him now because you have the beard, but I swear to God, I thought it was you when I was talking to the guy. So it was really crazy.
No, he looks a lot slimmer and more handsome than me.
Well, I don't want to give away things, but he looks a lot like you now. But you look slimmer now too, actually.
I think it's the camera angle. I'm using what's known as the SIF, or Secret Internet Fatty angle.
Black Cat, thank you very much, man. I'm going to be talking about The Mandalorian really soon, because if you guys follow YouTube, nobody said it sucks. Nobody said they hate it, but it's getting a lot of criticism I think is unnecessary, so we're going to talk about that in a little minute. But I just want to thank JP for checking out the live. JP's got a channel that, he's been subscribed here for a really long time, so thank you, man. And Black Cat, yeah, he's, I think, working at home, and he's just listening. So, yeah, please listen. Whatever, keep the damn thing on. Help me out, man. Not that it matters,
He's JP, and you're JP, and I'm JP.
There's quite a few JPs in the community.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm in for that. We have John Talks is actually JP, and proper his name is JP. I'm JP. We have JP. There's quite a few JPs. Very popular, actually.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. What happens is we're not at a weird hour in the night. We're in morning time, so we got 4 people, and I think by about 15-20 minutes, usually I get about 10-15, and if the stream keeps double digits of people, we'll keep going for a while,
Yeah, West Coast has got to be sleeping.
You'd be surprised. But West Coast is 8 a.m., 8:45 a.m., so people are up. So whoever's not at work today or working at home or whatever, can chip in. And some people, believe it or not, watch from work.
John, that's the East Coast.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
They just had daylight savings, so is it 7? Yeah, it's almost 8. It's almost 8 in the morning, I think.
And also, what I do is I'm going to tweet out this live, meaning I'm subbed to a lot of people who live stream, so I listen at work. Yeah, so Black Cat listens at work. That's cool. So, by the way, could you guys please let me know if you see a thumbnail on this live? Because on my phone, I don't see a thumbnail. I just see us, which isn't the most attractive thing to people passing by who don't know us. No, and my thumbnail is beautiful.
2 middle-aged dudes in Japan.
Well, they don't know about the Japan thing, but, but I've been told by people they can see a thumbnail. On Chat Reviews, what's up, man? You were in my shout-out video. I appreciate your comments recently. I'm getting to the point with the channel where I'm having trouble answering every comment. I could give a heart, but it's hard to answer in text with every comment now because I'm getting about 30, 35 per video. I'm doing 2 videos a day. That's 65 comments a day, so it's getting tough. But I'm trying to get to them all.
It's cool. The channel is taking off, but perhaps your timing was a little bad.
What do you mean?
Well, just all that, everyone's freaking out about these new YouTube rules.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. We could talk about that a little bit.
I don't know much about it. I just know that the channels that I do subscribe to, they're all freaking out about it.
Well, the thing is, the fine really is obviously life breaking. 42 grand. That's an instant divorce, and then I'm in the hole for the rest of my life. For what? Because I have a stuffed animal in my background on YouTube channel?
Yeah.
You know, it's like absolutely ridiculous. So,
I'm sure it'll work out. Or, I think it'd be cool if well, I probably shouldn't say this on YouTube, but it would be cool if everybody just migrated to a new platform, Yeah.
no thumbnail, no thumbnail. Why the hell isn't there a freaking thumbnail, man?
But your channel is awesome.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And why the hell isn't there a thumbnail, man? All right, I'm going to do this one more time live. View on YouTube. So what you got to do, you can still hear me, right? Okay. So I'm viewing it on YouTube. I'm editing my video, and I'm putting in a goddamn thumbnail. Because thumbnails are important, and my thumbnails are actually absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, Big Daddy, that's cheating, man. I could put a 20-year-old picture of myself, and I don't look like this.
I'm looking for my thumbnail real quick. Apologies. Okay, I got it. Okay, save. Okay, I just saved it. So there should now be a thumbnail on the live, and the thumbnail's beautiful. My thumbnails are beautiful. All right, let's see if I got it. Still no thumbnail. God damn it. Still no thumbnail. Please help. Somebody help. Thank you. Yes, they are beautiful. Thank you very much, man. Okay, the pic's 20 years old. So that's what I said. He looks a lot like you now, but you got the beard. You got the beard going.
Yeah.
So, again, he doesn't.
I don't want to have a beard, but I just grew it to try to disguise how fat my face is, but it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be an optical illusion. And I actually just trimmed it. I mean, I don't remember the last time. So last time we saw each other in person was when I was getting on the bus, right? That was almost a year ago.
Yeah, that's right. That was almost a year ago. So I click save for the thumbnail, and nothing happens. So I'm sorry, I'm boring everyone. I'm going to keep trying for this thumbnail because it's very important. Changes saved. So basically, what I was saying about The Mandalorian is there's a lot of channels that aren't giving it hate, but they're giving it, kind of trying to find things wrong with it. So why don't you tell us what, you thought, if you could find anything wrong with it, what would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. I thought it was perfect. It's probably not perfect, but I'm so used to everything sucking for the last 15 years that I was actually sitting there kind of holding my breath saying, okay, it's 30 minutes long. It's been 20 minutes. It's been perfect. Can it make it another 10 minutes? And I just was utterly blown away by both episodes so far.
How's that?
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I gave it a 10 out of 10 for my first video review, and I got 48 likes and 8 dislikes, but even 8 dislikes is kind of high. Usually I get like 1 or 2, so I overreacted, but I'm still going to call it like a solid 8 out of 10. And
I'd stick with, like I said, maybe who knows? Maybe in 10 years we'll look back and it won't be that special, but for right now, for what's out there and what we've been watching for the last 15 years, I mean, I haven't felt this way since that first season of Game of Thrones,
Yeah, I agree. Now, let me ask you this question, and it's an easy question. If The Mandalorian came out before The Force Awakens, what would you think?
I probably would have. I don't think I would have cried and snotted on myself like that disgusting dude we've all seen the video of, but I would have had a much different opinion about the whole thing. But hey, this is gonna be awesome.
I think the opinion would be even better of it, basically.
Of the movies, yeah. Like if you had seen The Mandalorian, you'd be like, oh my god, if this is just a TV show, these sequels are gonna be mind blowing.
So yeah, exactly. So what if it came out after The Last Jedi?
Well, it did.
I'm an idiot. Okay, I meant live correction. What if it came out after The Force Awakens, before The Last Jedi is what I meant?
Well, I'm a unique case because I was pretty much soured on the whole Disney thing by about, I'd say roughly about 30 minutes into Force Awakens. That's when I started checking my watch, saying, I want to get out of here. And it just went downhill from there. So I didn't like anything about Force Awakens. So I was already kind of like, that's it. This is the last one I'm paying money for. So for me, it probably wouldn't have changed my mind about the movies, but I mean, I would still be just as excited about the show as I am right now. Because I honestly thought Star Wars was dead. I thought there's no way they could possibly make me interested again. And I think I sent you an email right after I watched it, and I said it was the first thing, even more so than the prequels. And again, we're getting into some weird territory there, but honestly, more so than the prequels, it felt like I was like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid playing with my action figures, imagining a post-Return of the Jedi world. And that's what I've always wanted since I was a kid in Star Wars. So to me, that's just perfect.
Okay, I missed everything you said because I have to tweet this out on Twitter now, so I apologize to the audience. If you guys have anything about what Josh said, you let us know. Let me see what Orange Hat says. They didn't handle the hostess language very well. Was using two different words. That was good.
Jabba the Hutt's language, Huttese.
Oh, Huttese. Okay. Well, that's why you're here, man, because you're the expert, and I'm just the dude who's hacking.
Makachisa is, but I'm assuming that's the Jawa language. I don't know. I mean, I only know Utini. That's what the Jawas say, but Jawas are cool, you know. I
loved the scene where he was battling the Jawas in like their moving fortress, because that's something I wanted to see for all this time, thinking about, what's the world like? Jawas, what do they do? How do they, get through the desert? That's the kind of world building that's awesome that The Last Jedi needed.
And not only that, in that episode, he got his ass kicked twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
First they outsmarted him, and then they zapped him, and then that monster beat the crap out of him. So it was so refreshing to see a character with flaws, who overcomes them. And he lived by his code. He was in the mud. His weapons are gone. He's got his knife. He's prepared to die, and then Baby Yoda saves his butt. Cool. This guy gets it.
Adega Outlaw, thank you very much, man. And Adega is giving me some great support, so I'm gonna push his channel a little bit. I have a hard time like watching the chat and like linking things, so I can't link as many channels as I would like. But I'm actually gonna make you a moderator, so feel free to put your channel in the link if you want. So, Outlaw, you are now a moderator of this channel, so you can link your channel, and you guys definitely check him out. He's at about 67 subs, so hopefully he could... Holy shit, Dave, I think I forgot on my shout-out video. Holy shit. I apologize, man. I forgot you on my shout-out video. It was 15 minutes. I shouted out like 30 people. I apologize for that.
All right. I will be 30 seconds while I have to plug my computer. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, take your time. The Mandalorian is no Gary Sue, which is a nice change of pace for Hollywood. Dave, dude, holy shit. I knew I'm going to miss people at this point. There's nothing I could do about it. The video was about 15 minutes. I think I got like 25 people. So, oh man. M7, what's up, man? Nice to see you. You have had the picture of your dog for so long. That's awesome, man. If you guys don't know, N7 Myth has been on this channel. He did a video here, what does Star Wars mean? It's kind of old at this point, but he has been on this channel. Very cool guy. He's got a channel of his own, and he's been supporting us for so long. So gotta really give a big shout out and thank you to N7 Myth, and he's in the Netherlands, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong. So stuff like that. Holy shit, Dave, that is weak. That's weak, man, but I'm at the point where I knew I was gonna miss a few people. I knew it was inevitable, and there's gonna be more coming up. There's gonna be more shout-out videos coming up. JP, thank you very much for that super chat. JP also has a channel, but give me 1 minute because I missed Dave. This is Dave's sign. He's got a channel at 250, very cool. So check Dave out. JP also has a channel, and JP found me, if I'm not mistaken, through Midnight Cherry TV, who unfortunately I haven't kept up with. I don't know if he's still going, but I'm going to also go to JP's channel. JP is on 606, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm actually going to make you a moderator too, because you've been here a long time. You do, and JP does his own lives, so he knows what he's doing. And what's up, John Matrix? Thank you very much, man. I'm just chilling, making some moderators here. And JP, you should now be a moderator. If you can, please feel free to link your channel in the chat. And, hopefully people will subscribe. So, yeah, man. Let's see. John Matrix, thank you very much. John Matrix, he's got a channel. And John is on 2,700 subs. That's a dream come true, man. I'm still trickling up to 2,000. It's going very slow, but faster these days. I'm getting like 5, sometimes 10 a day now, which is faster than usual. So, but yeah, John Matrix got a great channel. He's on my shout-out video. John Matrix is also on my channel recommendations. I might not be on his, but it's all good, I'm a little bit of a prick, so I understand if people don't put me on theirs. Sorry, Josh, I just kind of talking.
No.
On 50 at the moment. Binge Think also has a channel. Everyone's got a channel, man. He's done such good stuff on Star Wars. His channel is so good. The editing is so good. And I definitely recommend him. So, Binge, what did you think of The Mandalorian? And here's JP, by the way. Check out JP. He's a long-time subscriber here, and we've got a couple of mutual friends, so definitely check him out. Berserker99 says, thanks for the shout-out. Yeah, Berserker's a guitar player. I'm a guitar player, too, but I'm married with 3 kids, and I can't even take out my fucking guitar without my wife saying, what are you doing? So I haven't played guitar in months. I just said the F word. Oh, God.
Is that bad?
Well, I don't want the stream to get demonetized, so...
I try not to be a potty mouth because I never know if my nephews are going to find this, and I don't want them to hear bad words out of me. I try not, but sometimes 1 or 2 gets by. You know how it is.
Steady at 228. Yeah, Orange Hats he's making some videos, and you got a cool style, man. I would suggest like some kind of background, like posters, something. Just saying. Sometimes people have hated me and stopped talking to me because I give YouTube advice, by the way, but I don't care. I'm just going to keep giving YouTube advice.
It's fun. I wish it was around when I was a younger man.
You can say the F word every now and then without demonetization. You can, but who knows what they're doing, man. Hound is from the Philippines. Thank you very much for coming by.
Hound is also one of the original Autobot crew from Transformers.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
See it on the avatar there.
Dave has a green screen. That's cool, Dave. That's cool. I can't have a green screen because I have a wife and kids, so I can't have anything anymore except a channel. But
they might get like food on it and crap, and it wouldn't be green anymore.
So, Josh, you were saying to me that you heard that some social justice warrior type people did not like The Mandalorian because there wasn't enough female roles in it. Is that true?
I don't use Twitter. Somebody had put maybe it was your channel. I don't even remember. Did you do a video on that?
I did. I do 2 videos a day. Don't you think I did a video on like everything that came out in like the last 2 months? So
I probably saw it from your video or from the toy collecting forums I go to, and they were bitching that there weren't enough women in it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, basically they were saying one guy gave it a 1 out of 10 review because it had no female characters was the reason. 1 out of 10.
You think a guy said that or a girl said that?
A guy said that. Well,
Do you think he really believes that though? Do you really think he was like sitting there and he's getting all mad and his face is turning red? He's watching it. He goes, "There's no women. There's no women."
Okay, why don't you take a question? What's worse, Baby Yoda being a baby 50 years or him using the Force like he did?
Yeah, being a baby for 50 years, that's a little weird. But again, they have logic behind it. Yoda was like 900 years old. I think him using the Force is fine because Yoda is such a special species and creature in Star Wars. We've never been disclosed what species he is. So The only problem I have with Baby Yoda, which is what we're calling him, is that his specialness was diminished by Yaddle in episode 1. That the ugly green female Yoda. Because Yoda was supposed to be really, really special and rare, and we're not supposed to know what he is. And then you got 2 of them sitting in a room together. That was stupid. And I think somebody might have realized that because we never saw Yaddle again after episode 1. Do you know who I'm
That's
talking about?
true. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so if we had never seen another Yoda, the reveal of that gizmo-looking Baby Yoda would have been even better. I mean, it was still pretty cool. It was cool because I was not expecting it. Honestly, when they said that the asset was 50 years old, I was expecting Bill Burr because he's a 50-year-old comedian. We know he's going to be on the show. He was in the trailer, so I thought it was going to be him. And then it literally pops out like Gizmo, and you're like, oh, that's adorable. That's cute. And it surprised me, and I like that guy. I haven't been surprised since they chopped Ned's head off in Game of Thrones.
I gotta agree, man. Like, people were like, oh, it's Baby Yoda, it's weird. The 50-year-old thing is a little weird because, like, Yoda said he's 900 or something, so, like, how long are they a baby? I think they kind of messed that up a little bit, but, whatever. Aside from that, I was, like, surprised. It was like kind of a wow moment. It was kind of like, it made the show feel more like Star Wars right there at that end.
And I feel bad for anyone who's just seeing it now because the spoilers have been out for 2 weeks or a week. It's only been a week, and somehow they managed to keep that under wraps.
Yeah.
And to actually see something and be surprised the way you're supposed to be was so exciting because you just don't get that anymore.
I gotta get a drink real quick. You take this next question, please, from our friend N7.
Yeah, I mean, they're fudging it. Obviously, I mean, human beings have a longer infancy than a lot of species. I mean, humans are completely helpless for what, like 3 or 4 years or something. So I think they're just extrapolating. I mean, again, it's fudging it, and I can see how some people will not like that. He's obviously very cute. I would be shocked if we don't see a ton of merchandise with this character, but it worked for me. I don't know. I thought I was just jaded and cynical and I hated everything, but I liked it. And I think it's perfectly natural for him to use the Force the way he did because he's a very unique creature in the Star Wars universe. At least he should be. So, yeah. But like I said, I can understand your point with being an egg or larva or something, but I'm the only way I guess they were thinking is think about how helpless humans are for a good percentage of our life. So maybe they were trying to make it. They were just basically. I mean, the bigger question is where did this thing come from? And the only answer we could say is that Yoda and Yaddle created it, and it's pretty gross. I hope they never say. I mean, it's too soon. It's too soon to say.
Okay, I'm back. My bad.
Oh, it's cool. I was just talking about the origins of this Yoda baby. I hope they never reveal where it comes. I mean, it's much better to just not know.
Let me take another comment. Baron, thank you for stopping by, man. Baron, you changed your name. I know that you are Malice or something like that. You changed your name, so thank you very much. I think Baby Yoda is more of a child, just too small to keep up with adult humans. I don't know. Curtis, thank you very much. Sorry, Josh. I got to move at a pace here because I want to get to a lot of comments. I can see that N7, but you never know. If it's baby for 300 years, it'd still have 600 years to live. I think they could have had him like 25, 20 years old. Would have made more sense like an infant. But who knows? It's an alien species. It doesn't need a huge explanation. And as Josh was just saying, it's better to be mysterious sometimes. This is one of those cases where it's better to be mysterious, I think. We don't need to know the midichlorian gritty details about the species aging process. Just let it be mysterious, at least for a long time, So John Bamford says, Baby Yoda seems like an attempt to replace Yoda so that Disney has its own cool green Force sensitive alien. just another ripoff. Disney has no original ideas. That's possible too.
I don't know. Disney's been doing this for 30, 35 years, taking a property and making them, Muppet Babies and things like that, Disney babies. I think it's crazy that we haven't had a Yoda baby until now. I think they would have done. I remember even when we saw Return of the Jedi, you had the Ewoks, and they were already too cute for most people, and then they even showed baby Ewoks, and that's like way too cute, right? But I was a kid. It worked for me. I saw it when I was a little kid. I was like, ooh, Ewoks. In fact, up until episode 1, that was the only time we ever saw any children of any kind in Star Wars, because there just weren't any kids. And then in episode 1, you get Anakin and the girl with braces.
What's up, Joe? Thank you for stopping by. He says, hey, BDJ Bamford, nice to see you here on our path. Crossed on Twitter. That lefty tweet, laugh out loud, crazy. Oh, I got no idea what that's talking about. You were talking about that, my friend.
It's a private conversation.
Some kind of tweet. Does the Yoda baby talk? I could accept its physical slow growth, but there's no reason for 50-year-old. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Well,
think about this. Yoda's 900 years old, and he never bothered to learn grammar properly. So maybe that's a flaw in their species, that they just they can master the Force, but not speech.
But doesn't he have his own language?
Not that I know of.
I don't know either. We won't know from the movies alone. Orange Hat says George Lucas didn't want to keep Yoda's species for the most part mysterious. I don't mind them expanding on longevity, but keep the species unnamed and homeworld mysterious. That's what we were just saying. Keep it mysterious; it'll work better. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, like I said, I just thought, I hated Yaddle. I was so glad they never brought her back.
Yeah, she was a prop. She didn't do anything.
Yeah. And,
it just didn't work so well.
It's just another product of the prequel's big flaw was a limited imagination with characters, and it made that big universe just seem smaller. Like I said, again, having 2 Yoda creatures in the same room, it's very anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm. And, like I said, what I keep telling people who are kind of naysaying about The Mandalorian is, if you remember A New Hope, especially, not the special edition, but it was very slow after R2 and C-3PO got to Tatooine. They're walking through the desert, long cuts, seeing the Jawas take them. That's kind of how The Mandalorian felt to me for the first episode. It was a slow build. And this guy, Robot Head, who everyone knows, he's got 170,000 subscribers or something. I love his videos. But he says that it was too slow. When you make a first episode, he compared it to Game of Thrones, The Sopranos. He said you got to come out swinging. But, I think that can work, but this was a slow build. It was world building. It was getting into the world,
That's exactly what they did. I think the first episode was perfect. That was an awesome shootout, the second half of the episode. What did he want?
Well, the criticism is it felt like an old school Western movie, too influenced, and it just didn't feel like, a galaxy far, far away.
That's the entire point.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely fine. I could totally give that a pass. And what I was telling you before we did the live is that it's not like there are all these Western ripoffs these days. When was the last time they did something based on a Western movie?
Not for a while. They tend to underperform.
So Curtis says, I agree with H. It was pretty much 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, thank you, Curtis. It was really good. I'm going to go solid 8 out of 10 right now, because I understand some of the criticisms, but no lower than 8, man. It wasn't 6 or 7. It was 8 out of 10. The show was really good. Lots of people have a problem with the music. I didn't like the music either, but whatever. Whatever. It's got its own thing. So
I thought the blue guy, his first prisoner, he was a little goofy, but I was fine with that. It was kind of interesting. As far as I know, that's the first time we've seen a toilet in the Star Wars universe.
Okay, fair enough.
I just loved, he had a portable carbon freezing chamber in his ship, and then he had how many prisoners all frozen. That was one of my favorite things in the world about Empire, was seeing Han Solo get frozen. And, to see this used again in canon for the first time is very cool for me.
Let's see. Curtis says he loves the score. That's cool. I thought it could use improvement, but it grew on me a little bit. But yeah, I understand those criticisms. I'm not going to defend it. I love that it feels like a spaghetti western. Okay, you know. And James says slow build versus come out swinging both have merit. I agree. You know, there's no reason they had to have the Mandalorian have like crazy action right away to hook you into it. You know, if you're a Star Wars fan, we've been waiting for good content that has a Star Wars vibe and feels like it fits in with the old trilogy, and that's what it is. And I think that alone should be good enough, you know?
And some people complain that, it was too short. And I was like, well, I don't have a problem with the 30-minute episode. I didn't feel cheated. I mean, especially because I didn't pay for it. And, you know.
Well, yes, you did. You paid for it and I saw it at your house. That's a story. So let's stick with it.
Right. I mean,
just saying, man. But
of course I paid.
Right.
Is what I mean. You know.
Sorry to put you on the spot. We have a huge platform here. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know.
But, no, I like that it was 30 minutes, and I like that we have to wait a week and several weeks to see the whole thing because, you know, just you get the whole series at once and you binge it, and then I sometimes just kind of feel gross afterwards. It's nice to go at a slow pace sometimes.
Okay, well, Orange Hat says the music was tribal expressive. I give the tribal feel of the Mandalorian and its culture. Yeah, okay. Oh, Sith Lord, what's up, man? Sith Lord is an amazing supporter of the channel. Sith Lord did a video here, and due to new laws, I might have to delete the video because the thumbnail and the slideshow was like cartoony DC stuff, so we might have to redo that, man, because I don't think I could take any chances. You know, I'm going to get into this COPPA thing for a second. Josh and I were talking about. We'll get back to the Mandalorian. But the thing is, you know, you could get a $42,000 fine for having anything that appeals to kids, quote unquote. So the thumbnail for Felix's video is of, I'm going to show it to you guys right now. It's, you know, DC characters, which we know comic books are not for kids. But, you know, if you look at his thumbnail there, you could argue that appeals to kids. You know, it's just got a cartoony Joker. And in the video is, you know, a background of us talking over, you know, the Joker and stuff like that. So here's Felix's video, and you could see, you could argue that appeals for kids, right? You know? You could argue. You could argue it's got cartoons in it, it appeals for kids. And I can't take any chances for a $42,000 fine.
I don't know what they actually like these days. I mean, they're pretty weird.
So here it is here. And you could say that appeals for kids, man. If they took me to court and said, look, there's a bunch of cartoony, colorful characters in there, this video is intended for kids, and the guy clicked not for kids, we're fining him, the court could just rule in their favor, and I can't take that risk. So unfortunately, we got to do another video. Oh, Lord, it's freaking crazy. I really hope KK doesn't interfere with Start Making the Workshop. Well, yeah, somebody said that before. I apologize. I missed the comment. What somebody said before, Josh, was it's great now, but halfway through, we might get some woke characters, some Rose Tico, some Holdo come in. And
well, that's the thing. I'm just waiting for it. We've been, you know, programmed to expect it, you know, because it's happening. And so when we get to that runtime and it finished and it was good the whole way through, I was just thrilled because I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, I'm sure. There's some, you know, tough, badass female character. We know she's coming. She's probably going to kick his ass.
Yeah, she's going to kick his ass and Baby Yoda's ass and use the Force. You know, and she's going to be the real secret Jedi who's been hidden away on Tatooine. You know, honestly,
I'm still waiting for him to take his helmet off. He's going to be a chick under there, honestly, because we just don't know.
That's probably not going to happen because
I hope not.
You know, it's not going to happen. Gotta shovel. Well, thank you very much, Orange Hat. By the way, I think I told you in my shout out video I showed your channel. Appreciate the support, absolutely. And thank you for the Twitter support. Absolutely, man. I am shocked how much bull YouTube creators have to... Yeah, it's getting crazy, James. It's getting crazy. If it weren't for this fine, I wouldn't give a rat's ass what they do. threatened by termination, okay. You know what? If this channel got terminated, I'd probably reach out to a few bigger YouTubers who I know. I have no reason to reach out to like Jeremy or someone huge right now. There's just no reason. But if my channel got deleted, I'd be like, yo, man, my channel got deleted. Please give me a shout out. And I'd probably get back a couple of hundred really fast. But it would be very irritating, you know. But there's this fine. So with the fine, that's really not worth the risk. And yeah. So we'll see. I thought the first episode 2 was like 2/3 of the feature-length movie. Chop it up to split into separate episodes. That was a little bit of a choppy comment, Joe. I'm not 100% sure.
It's possible. I mean, if things tie up really neatly with Baby Yoda in the 3rd episode, then yeah, we've got basically a feature film. But they did cut right at the right part, especially in the first one for a cliffhanger. So I guess it's a great start for sure.
Mando is off to a great start. Oh, there's echo in this room. I like that the score doesn't totally bow to John Williams, but it definitely respects him. Also got a lot of Western Blade Runner vibes. Yeah, absolutely, man. And Felix, if you weren't listening, I just said I might have to delete your video because I gave it a little bit of a cartoony feel. So we probably got to do another one. But I can't. Yeah.
That's all right. I'm sorry. That's going to apply retroactively to old videos, so people have to go back and delete all their old videos?
Yes. I just went back through 800 videos and deleted about 20 right away that had my kids in them, stuff like that. Look, I was talking to another YouTuber friend of mine. He's got about 11,000 subscribers. He lives in Japan. He's actually been to my house. And he's got a video game channel with like Bonk's Adventure and like TurboGrafx games and stuff.
I remember
and
those.
Obviously that could like get marked quickly for kids, but he's not worried about it. He's married, he's got 3 kids, same risks as me. So I guess I'll follow his lead. And he's my wife's friend. So if something happened, I'm like, hey honey, your friend told me not to, get so worried. So if he's not worried, I guess I'm not. But I'm paranoid, man. That's a life ruiner. So to keep my extra videos up there is not worth ruining my life. And I could just move forward anyway. So no big deal. I'll have like, whatever. By Christmas, I'll hopefully have like 1,700, But let's see. James says, corporate trying to take control and silence. The elite never get tired of stepping on necks. The fine is to drive the little fish away. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to scare people away.
Well, the timing is very political as well. I mean,
why so?
Well, the election, they're trying to clean up YouTube and basically, silence Trump supporters before the election.
No. Yeah. Well, a lot of us right-wingers, quote unquote, who don't like The Last Jedi and think,
that you're obviously a Trump supporter.
Right. We're obviously Trump supporters. Dark Fate and Charlie's Angels were woke pieces of piss, but let's get rid of that stuff. Let's hide from the truth. Never say never. They could do it. They could make him a woman. They did it in Solo, and they'd need to set. And they'd need. Josh, can you read that? I'm having a few drinks here. I'm sorry.
All they need to say is that he has a voice modulator that makes her sound like a dude, right? Which is exactly what I'm afraid of. I mean, yes, he has a masculine build, but we haven't seen his face. I don't want to see his face. That's another thing I love about it. I mean, since we were kids, the Boba Fett armor is amazing. Boba Fett got very little to do in the movies, but he's this icon. And what I was so shocked by is in the first 2 episodes how emotive that blank mask manages to be. In some scenes, he seems sinister. In other scenes, he seems sympathetic and caring. And it's just a T on that helmet. I don't know how they did it. I don't think they redesigned it really. They just kind of stripped it of the color and they took the rangefinder off, but it's just a brilliant design on that mask.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. And that's the thing about Kylo Ren is when he takes off that mask, you're like, oh, he's a weird looking really? That was the thing about Vader is when you finally see that mask come off, you're like, is it really coming off? Oh my God, like this is happening. And you're like, even though the reveal isn't great, it's like, wow, look at that, man. the mask after 2 movies, well, basically 3 movies of, Vader not having the mask. That's what it is. If Kylo took off the mask at the end of Return of the Jedi, if Kylo took off the mask at the end of The Last Jedi, it'd be better. It'd be like, all right, or in The Rise of Skywalker, now he's like smashing it, putting it back together, smashing it. It's a comedy basically at this point,
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous that they had to show that it's the same mask. He couldn't have just had another one in his closet. That's ridiculous. Like
I know. He didn't just have another one. He had to reforge that one.
Show him in the trailer, like gluing it back. You can't glue something like that back.
That's a good point. That's a great point,
it was
man.
Smoking and bubbling and stuff. I mean, yeah, that's very stupid.
Okay, Genesis, I'm a doctor. At times, I'm professional. So you're actually a doctor. At times, my professional eyes see a walk like a woman under that armor.
Unless one of the stuntmen is a woman. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a woman. I really don't.
As far as I know, according to the credits, it's just Pedro and 2 stuntmen that are in the suit. So, I mean, like I said, I can see him at the very last minute taking that helmet off. And it's well, she won't have long, beautiful hair. She'll have, short, dykey hair because that's how it works.
Oh, look, I'm big and you're small now.
Yeah,
I don't know how to use this thing. Maybe I should keep it like that. Like I'm the man. This is my channel.
I mean, it is
son of a bitch. I know, but
it's pretty. I wanted to show this Akira stuff back there.
You can. I mean, you can. It looks great. You look like a YouTuber now. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna just turn the camera on my bedroom and I can't do that.
Drunk said if you can break your helmet with your hands, it's not a good helmet. Laughed my ass off and I thought, yeah,
No, that is true. I'm not a motorcycle guy, but I've been fascinated by
that's a good point. That's a good point. How many helmets can you throw against the wall that just smash in pieces? Give me a break, man.
A motorcycle guy told me a helmet has one purpose. It's to save your life when you get in a crash and it's all smashed up and broken. You don't put that thing back on. It's done.
Mm-hmm. It could just be how the armor makes that actor move, but they're distinct characters. So Outlaw is saying that he's a doctor and he's seeing subtle hints that it might be a woman under there.
He seems to be implying that there's only 2 genders too. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Drunk 3PO, man. Drunk 3PO made a video on this channel, and I have to delete that too because he shows kids in his video. Because as you know, Drunk goes overseas and he's got his charity thing going. And when I made the video with him, we decided to, showcase that in the video. And now with Drunk jumping around with kids, that could be possibly for kids. So I'm going to redo Drunk's video and put it back on here when I get a chance.
Yeah, your videos with your kids are fun. Those are really fun.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I have the one with you. The one we did I think is fun. We were like,
Yeah, we were walking around Akiba, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of hanging around Tokyo. Not that one. That one's deleted. That's a toy video. That can't be there anymore. The one with us and Ikebukuro just hanging out and
pachinko parlors and stuff. That's not for kids.
Oh, Orville, what's up, man? Orville, if you want to jump on here, you can. I wanted to jump on your live before, but you had your actor guy on, so I guess it was kind of like a one-on-one thing, But if you want to jump in here, you can, man.
I feel like all of these guys are Canadian. Like they're saying, "Hey, what's up, A?" They're saying,
"No."
A.
That's yeah. It's Entertainment Hacker. It's kind of long.
But I like to think that they're all Canadian, and they're saying, "Oh, what's up, A? How you doing today? Let's crack open a couple of 2-4s."
Holy shit! I forgot Orville in my shout out video. I couldn't get everyone, man, because there's like 100 people now. So I got who I got, and I apologize, man. I really that wasn't the best shout out video. I got to plenty of people, of course, but I missed so many people that I wanted to get. So I will have to do another one. You're having
a few drinks right now, man. I haven't drank in years.
Well, I got to work tomorrow, so don't be so jealous. I'm not going to have a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, I get it.
One thing that's bothering me, revealing too much of the Yoda species would really go against Lucas' vision. For Disney, that's nothing new. As much as I love Baby Yoda, I hope they keep the mystery. But Lucas was working on this. Right?
That's what we heard, allegedly. I don't know how much or to what extent, but I mean, I have such high hopes after the first 2 episodes. I really hope these guys see what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know that they're making this great show. I hope they don't screw it up.
I'll be right back. My phone's dying.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be right back. Just keep talking, man.
I guess I'm just gonna keep talking. But I feel like I'm not saying anything that wasn't going through everybody's head, which is just, oh my God, this is great. This is what we wanted. Thank you. Please don't screw this up. And there's a lot of ways they can screw it up. I feel like they're walking the line just right with this Yoda thing, this baby Yoda. If they reveal too much, if they reveal anything more, other than just, hey, I don't know what the hell this thing is, but I saved it and whatever. If they reveal more of that, if he takes off his helmet and he's a woman, but then I kind of got hopeful because they clearly showed a Mandalorian woman in charge, that woman that was in charge of his guild. She was clearly a woman. So I'm thinking, hopefully, if he is a woman, then he would have had girly armor too.
I cannot wait until March 2020. Why not?
He's probably in a different region.
Johnny 5, what's up, by the way? Oh, man, Johnny 5 has been supporting here since I was at Mad Talk TV a very long time ago.
I remember that guy. By the way, Johnny 5, the robot from Short Circuit, was designed by Sid Mead, the artist who designed the Tron light cycles and the Blade Runner spinner. And there was an exhibit in Tokyo a few months ago of his stuff, and I got to see it. Very cool.
That is very cool.
Lucas only brewed the cast coffee. I don't know if that's true. I feel like maybe, can you imagine how, if you met George Lucas, like who you admired and loved since you were a kid, you knew you had like 10 seconds to talk to him and convey, like, oh my God, I love you. Like, you would just freak out. I'm sure everyone around him freaks out all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to ask him so many questions and things like that. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, absolutely. Yeah, everyone. And like, even though, Jon Favreau is the director of this thing, or even the creator or whatever, you think he doesn't get nervous when George Lucas walks in?
Oh, we got Mr. Pete. Do you know Mr. Pete, Josh? Mr. Pete is also a very long-time supporter of this channel and Mad Talk TV.
I do not know Mr. Pete, but
yeah, Mr. Pete must have seen you do a live at some point because he caught a lot of Mad Talk TV lives.
The Death Star 2 there in the thumbnail, the avatar. That's cool.
Yeah, he didn't make that. I don't want to give away any secrets. Mad Talk made that.
That's nice.
I gave away a secret, Pete. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I brag. I know history about people. I'm actually going to make Mr. Pete a moderator. So if Mr. Pete wants to put his channel in the chat, Mr. Pete needs 800 subs, and he is on 713 right now. Hold on, Pete. I'm going to make you a moderator. I'm going to make Pete a moderator. Orville Nation, you are welcome to put your channel in chat. Anybody who will make it a moderator has a channel. You're all welcome to put your channels in the chat because I'm having trouble doing that right now because I have my mouse pad. I can't use my mouse or I can't charge my phone. So anybody can feel free to put there, and I'm drinking. Add moderator. Okay.
What are you drinking?
Vodka, I have a highball. They have highballs in the States, right? I've been in the States in 15 years. Yeah. I have a highball, and I put vodka in it.
So you have one of those canned ones, those pre-made highballs, and you add a little vodka?
Yes. Yeah. And JP put his chat. Yeah. Check out JP, man. JP is a great he's a good supporter. Thank you very much, JP. So, Mr. Pete, you could put your channel in the chat if you want, and Outlaw, and all you guys who I made moderators in Orville Nation, please go right ahead and put your channels in the chat, and that helps me out. And if you want, you could cut back on spam if Mr. Pete goes crazy and starts cursing and losing it. So, anyway, I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, I don't know. I just... I checked out YouTube in another window, and I was amusing myself with the lag. So,
okay, so
that's why I was moving like this.
Okay, so Mr. Pete says they will pull an Enfys Nest on us. The Mandalorian is a woman. Pascal's just someone just said that. That's what we were just talking about, Pete. I don't think so.
I mean, I think he's really in this suit. That would be a pretty big waste of a somewhat established actor to put him in a suit and have him do all that stuff, and then not have him actually be the character. I mean, if that were the case, they could just have, nobody in the stuntman in there all the time, which they might. I mean, 80% might be a stuntman. We don't know. So.
I have no idea. I thought it was Pascal in there.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
Right.
He's getting credit for it.
It's supposed to be.
He's getting credit for it, so you would think he's. But again, Jodo Cast. I mean, technically, Jodo Cast was he was a Boba Fett imposter in the comic books, and this was like mid-90s. This was I think that's when he was introduced. He was wearing a variation. He was just a nobody. His name was Jodo Cast. And then Boba Fett found him, and he didn't kill him, but he kicked his ass, and he's like, I'm Boba Fett. So,
Mr. Pete, you're saying that the stunt double was a woman in The Mandalorian? Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Pete, I need this. Don't take this away from me. I need The Mandalorian to be good.
Yeah, if The Mandalorian's not good, man, that's going to be some really bad stuff, dude. I mean, if they can't even have their shows good. So, What I did hear was that Ian McGregor was going to make a cameo in the show to hype up the Obi-Wan.
Oh, that in The Mandalorian?
Yes.
Won't that screw up the timeline?
I don't know.
I mean, we're post-Jedi here.
Oh,
Obi-Wan,
right. That's right. That would screw it up.
It would have to be a flashback.
Okay. I heard that, though. That was a rumor.
I mean, flashbacks are possible.
Let's see. Michael, thank you for stopping by, man. It was already discussed. Where can I get The Mandalorian without Disney Plus? Don't want to say that on this channel because that's not legal, so I can't say that, man. But I apologize. But there are ways. I can say that much, right? There are ways to get it. I can't lead you to that way right now. Isn't really
Michael,
what I do here.
Maybe it would help if you left an email address. Like, don't make it obvious, but leave an email address, and maybe later a message might appear.
Yeah, I have an email in the description. If you want to email me, maybe we'll work something out. Maybe not, but I can't say right here. So, unfortunately, I've got to leave it there. The Mandalorian is a woman. Then she's not a Mary Sue. If the Mandalorian is a woman, yeah, that's true. It did get its ass beat. It did get its ass beat. So that's true.
I wasn't one of those kids that played Metroid when it first came out and got to the end and got to discover that Samus was a chick. But I mean, that was fine in 1987. But I don't want to see that again.
Yeah. The thing is, we've got so many women taking the lead roles these days. Jesus Christ, make it a guy already. You know what I mean? Like, enough is enough. Like, I get it. I'm a sexist if I don't like women, but the point is, like, can we have a couple of guys in the really cool roles for once? It's all women these days. Like, come on. Let's switch off a little bit,
I don't think he's a white male either.
He's not. He's not a white dude. Okay. Whatever. Just saying.
It's just crazy because we are actually, think about this. I care so little about episode 9 that I didn't even realize it's going to be out in a month. It's like we're like a month away. Whenever in your life were we a month away from a Star Wars movie, we just could not possibly care less.
Yep. Did you hear the latest rumors?
Oh, I read that big long thing that was just posted to Reddit maybe a day or two ago, and it said what the latest alleged reshoot and script is going to be. I don't think it's true. I think it's
not that. It's worse.
With the one from like yesterday, right?
No. Okay. What they said was at the test screening, they had 4 different people: Star Wars freaks, people who like Star Wars, general audience, and then a mixed audience. Yeah. And they said it was so bad, people started walking out.
Right. And I don't think I believe that. For one thing, I don't believe that because they never needed to really test Star Wars movies extensively. I mean, the only time I've ever heard of anyone seeing a Star Wars movie early was that fat redheaded guy that used to be a big deal on the internet. Ain't It Cool News? This was like 20 years ago. He got to see episode 2 early. But I don't think they ever do test screenings because Star Wars is too big to fail. They don't care what people think. I honestly think a lot of this is just, people's wish list of what they want to see. They want to see how bad it can be. Like at this point, we just want it to be the worst turd it could possibly be. And the latest leaks that I read were so bad that there's no way that anyone would actually, like they said that the Emperor comes back to life and reveals that, spoiler, by the way, spoilers is potential spoilers.
Okay.
The Emperor allegedly comes, like when confronted, oh my God, you're supposed to be dead. He says, yeah, the Emperor that died on the Death Star was a clone, and I'm the real one. Because he felt that Vader was going to betray him, so he replaced himself with a clone. Now, right there, that's more creative than anything that anyone at Disney could come up with. It's not going to be a movie. It's just not. They're not that smart. I mean, look what they do with Snow. They're not that smart. So then this leak continues to say that the Emperor shoots down the whole Resistance fleet with his lightning just from his hands, and that he blows up the Millennium Falcon while Leia, Lando, Chewie, C-3PO, and R2 are on it. Like they're going to kill every legacy character at once. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, no. I don't believe a lot of the leaks, but I could believe that they did something again, like a Luke Skywalker type character ruining thing, and people walked out.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them definitely killing some more original characters. They want you to think 3PO is going to die based on the trailers. There's no reason not to kill Leia because Carrie Fisher's dead. They're not going to kill all of them, and they're not going to kill all of them at once because that's just stupid. There's no reason not to keep Chewie and R2 and I mean, their actors have already died, and there's just people in suits, so keep them around. But no, this was a fan hate wish list, like a fantasy list, and I just don't think that, as inept as I consider them to be, they're not going to do that. So
yeah, I just think that they're going to mess something up in the same way they messed up Luke Skywalker.
Well, there's not really much left. I mean, I just don't care. After Last Jedi, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, it's basically Palpatine's coming back, so they're going to, if Rey ends up beating Palpatine, Well,
she's not Palpatine. She can't be Palpatine. She's going to fight and beat Palpatine. No, the whole thing is stupid. I just don't care. I hate Rey. I hate her so much.
Yeah, Rey's terrible.
I was annoyed by her. Now I hate her. And one of the reasons I hate her is that in all the episode 9 stuff that I've seen, she's wearing this brown armband right here. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, she got lightly nicked by a lightsaber in episode 8. Mm-hmm. She had like a little scratch, like a little tiny little boo-boo. She had a boo-boo, and now she's like hiding it with an armband. And like that's the worst thing that's ever happened to her. She got a scratch on her arm.
Right. Well, somebody told me that Rey was an advertisement for Tide because she's like kind of gray and dirty in The Force Awakens. Now she's just got the same white suit in The Rise of Skywalker, so it's kind of like a Tide commercial.
Well, we have to suspend our disbelief way more than that because she's a very attractive young woman with all her teeth. There's no way she'd be scrounging for food in the desert. She would have. She'd been off planet immediately as a sex slave. So
right. Let's see. John Bamford says the fact that he's not white doesn't matter so much because Jango and Boba Fett wasn't white either. So it kind of makes sense the Mandalorian isn't white. Yeah, that's fine too. I don't really care. I'm just saying more like a male-female thing for me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I don't care if he's purple under there. I just don't want him to be a chick.
Yeah, it's not like they treat black dudes so good. Look at Finn.
Yeah, he's a garbage man.
Yeah, I mean, Finn is just like this bumbling idiot. He's the new Jar Jar, basically. He gets whipped around by Rose Tico, basically. So it's not like they're being so kind to black dudes in this new Star Wars series. It's not only white dudes with them, She's
looking pretty plump on that new advertising material.
Yeah, she's a little plumpy. I know.
The wrong Tico sister died, man.
Well, yeah, they did that on purpose, obviously.
I know, but we could have worked with that other Tico sister.
And they won't pay a makeup person to create a line on her arm. Cheap Hollywood.
Yeah, talking about Ray's
Right.
horrible scar. You know how Kylo got a scar across his face. Yeah.
Right. All right. Half white. Whatever. It's basically male female for me with this stuff. I just it's like every franchise now we're seeing a chicks take the lead, and it's getting cliche at this point. So there's no reason to have more chicks, in these major franchises. It's about time to have the guy take the lead, and that's it. Just out of pure variety at this point. Out of pure variety, come on. Let's see. Luke and Han have given up. They just horning their contract. That how it come across to me. That's how it comes. Yeah, I guess.
I feel like Mark Hamill tried. Maybe even Harrison Ford, he tried. He did a decent job with the dog slop they gave him. They tried. I mean, I hated Force Awakens. I just hated it. What a disgusting movie.
I did too. It was terrible. I put it like just under The Last Jedi. I mean, it's
right.
that bad. It's terrible.
I mean, just everything I never wanted. I never wanted to see Han and Leia miserable and bad parents. I never wanted to see
right.
Han Solo murdered by his child.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. And then to not have them even in a single frame together.
Mm-hmm.
Worthless. So,
yeah.
Everyone who went back and saw that movie 6 times, you're to blame.
Yes, absolutely. When I finally got a good copy at home, I just turned it off because there's nothing to look forward to.
I've only seen it once. I've never had a desire to go back and see it again.
Rose looks better now than in Last Jedi. At least she doesn't look like an anime character in a potato sack.
Well, with the hair, the anime hair. I mean, she's a little too plump. She's more like 3 or 4 anime girls glued together. But no, she's really. She doesn't look much better in the skin tight clothes. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Remember, what was that, a year or 2 ago? Oh no, poor Kelly Marie Tran's been bullied off of Twitter. No, she wasn't.
People as big as her just ignore comments anyway.
Yeah.
So it's such bullshit. Like, bigger people with a huge platform that get thousands of comments and hundreds of comments, ignore them. They don't answer comments. Who bullied her off
how it
Instagram?
Works. Yeah.
Who bullied her off Instagram? I gotta fly JP. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, he's again, check out JP. He's a cool guy.
Great stream, eh?
Cool guy. Thank you very much. It's men in generally discriminated against. POS is POC. But even he got ruined in Last Jedi when Leia demoted and slapped him, and Holdo disrespected him. No man is spared or safe. Yeah, that's something. It's basically a male-female issue. They have an especially, low tolerance for white dudes and white dudes in beloved franchises from the 80s. But it's men with a special attention to white dudes, basically. Yeah, but men.
Were there any good guy white guys other than Luke, who was a pussy?
No, aside from the older ones, no, there aren't. No. Okay, there aren't. There are none. Or in the Mandalorian, there's no white lead in Star Wars as far as a hero Jedi or a hero in Rogue One or any of them. Okay, so Obi-Wan is obviously going to be the first one in 5 years.
God, that's so toxic to have a straight white male as the lead. It's going to
Mr.
divide
Pete.
fans.
Yeah, check out Mr. Pete, man. Mr. Pete's been here a long time. I can jump on for a bit. Yeah, I'm going to throw Orville Nation a link. Give me 1 minute to do that because okay, hold on. What do I do here? I got to think this out. All right, let me see if Josh can take a comment, please.
Okay. Johnny 5 says, I remember when Kelly complained about being bullied for being Asian. Let's be honest, if she wasn't Asian, she wouldn't even be in Last Jedi. And that's true. She was stunt casting. She was she was Ryan Johnson's self-insert character, just like Holdo was Kennedy's self-insert character. So Ryan Johnson's inner self, he sees himself as a fat, schlubby Asian girl. So that's how it works. It's like, I really see myself in Rose and like not fitting in and being bullied and roundhead Ryan Johnson.
All right, Orville, you got it, man. Just jump in. And Orville, he'll tell you in a minute, but he's more of a Star Trek guy. What do you think of Star Trek, Josh? I know you like for so many years. I don't think I directly asked you. I might have to at one point. What do you think about Star Trek?
Well, we actually watched the J.J. Abrams one together when it first came out.
Okay.
And I mean, I like Star Trek. I was a big Next Generation fan, but I've never been nuts about it. Like I just never really. I haven't followed any of the shows after that. But the Rogue One and the Red, Gold, Blue Leader, they were just supporting characters. It's like literally leftover footage from Star Wars.
Oh, Loki, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Loki's, I've seen you support a few months now. Appreciate that. And Curtis, I think Curtis came over from Twitter, so thank you very much, man. Hollywood put her in a potato sack, making women look like food. Great messages, Hollywood. Sarcastic. Yeah. I mean, look, I got to tell you guys something. Josh can confirm this. We've got some of the hottest girls in the world who take care of themselves like every inch of their body. And when you compare them to Kelly Moran Tree, she really looks like 4 a.m. Am I going to do it or not? I guess I'll do it kind of girl. Like really girls, Asian girls here blow her out of the water. So when I hear American guys say she's beautiful, I'm just like, oh, like come to Japan for,
You're so drunk you don't even know if you can get it up.
Yeah.
You just go over there and you don't care. You go over and hit on her because you just don't care. If she shoots you down, it's like who cares? She's like a 3. So yeah.
Just for the record, I can get it up. Just for the record. But
for her, I could too.
No, not for her. I mean, just in general.
Well, you didn't need to announce that. Nobody was saying you couldn't.
Well, this isn't for kids anymore, man. So just gotta make sure.
Your initials are EH, not ED.
Yep.
So.
Okay, hey, you son of a bitch. Troll, thank you for stopping by, man. I think you're a new subscriber, and I think you probably found me through the Dark Fate video. So thank you very much.
I want to say Grobnob the troll, but look, there's umlauts. So is it like Grobnob? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And Orville, I sent you a link on your Twitter, man. So if you're still there, you could jump in anytime. Yeah, Orville has been,
I've never watched the Orville. My parents like it though. The Seth MacFarlane.
Okay, I don't have time to watch anything. So Mandalorian I watch, Endgame I watch. I haven't got around to Joker yet. I'm dying to see it, but I know they were supporting characters, but that helped make that movie made it very nostalgic. Which movie were we talking about now?
Rogue One.
Okay. They
spliced the footage of the Star Wars pilots into Rogue One.
Felix. She's not even cute. She's not even cute.
Felix, I get where you're coming from, but and again, we're not saying this to brag or anything. We're not saying we're banging these chicks. We're saying in Tokyo, you go to any major train station, you're going to see so many like 7, 8, 9, 10s that you wouldn't even look twice at Kelly Marie.
Yeah, you wouldn't even look at her, man. You wouldn't even look at her.
It's actually too much. Like I don't even like it anymore. It's like
it's overload, man. So Orville, do you have a face cam? Are you there? Can you hear me?
How you doing? I just woke up, so I'm just gonna be drunk Isaac for my.
Okay, you have no face cam?
No, I do, but I just woke up.
Hey Orville,
hey, Josh, nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you. You just woke up. Do you remember your dream?
No, but I know how to remember dreams. There's some techniques you can use to remember dreams. Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, some people don't remember their dream. I remember my dreams every day. I have a rule though. If you're going to talk about dreams, keep it to one sentence because nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to. Like, oh, there I was, and I was in my childhood bedroom, and like my mom was there, but it wasn't my mom. And you're just like, nobody cares. But if you had a cool dream and you can say it in one sentence, then I was like, cool. What did you were just dreaming a few minutes ago.
I don't remember today though.
Oh, you were drunk?
Let me ask Orville this, because I haven't watched a lot of your content in detail. I haven't been watching too many videos. So you're an Orville fan, obviously, but you're also a Star Trek fan, right?
Yeah, and Star Trek Orville, and we're launching our Star Wars sister channel this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So basically, Star Wars, Star Trek's Stargate, big Stargate fan.
Mm-hmm. So I got to ask you, and you're a Doomcock fan also. I think most of us here are.
Yeah.
And Doomcock doesn't like the J.J. Abrams Star Treks.
No, he doesn't.
So, your honest opinion, what do you think? First, start with the first one, Star Trek, the first reboot movie. What do you think of it?
I thought the reboot as a standalone thing, I thought it was okay. I thought it was entertaining. There were some things I did really like about it. Then I thought that the second movie with Khan, first of all, I think there's a lot of actors that they could have gotten that were probably closer to Ricardo Montalban.
Mm-hmm.
And also I think he got too cute with the whole parallel universe thing, and there were too many synchronicities between one reality and the other. And then Beyond, I don't like how Beyond ended, to be honest.
I've never seen Beyond. I always meant to get around to it, but I haven't seen it. I just saw the first two.
I never saw Beyond. It's just so morbid, but I was just so bummed out that kid that played Chekhov died in real life.
Okay, right.
I can't watch a movie with this guy. It's just too depressing. So,
right,
it's really awful.
So I think that since it was an alternative timeline, meaning you don't have to consider what really happened if you don't want to, that was kind of actually a good thing JJ did to put in your head, like, look, we're rebooting Star Trek, we're having the same characters, but it's all an alternative timeline. So if you don't totally enjoy what we're doing with it, you could maybe just enjoy this new Star Trek. And I kind of like that. Like, what if Star Wars was like, well, this is an alternative timeline that didn't actually happen to Luke? I'd be like, yeah, it still sucks, but all right, it didn't actually happen.
Yeah, I mean that takes a lot of pressure off some of the fans. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. And I thought the one with Cumberbatch, what's his name? The dude who plays the new Khan was
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, I thought that was good, man. And I can't find Doomcock's videos on why he doesn't like it. I'm sure he rips it apart in his Doomcock way, but I kind of enjoyed the movies.
What about? The only thing I'm really interested in Star Trek is, when they said Quentin was going to direct the next one or a Star Trek movie. Is that still supposed to happen? Is he still going to do that?
I think that's not clear. I mean, last night there was news about, I think, what's his name? Noah. I forget.
Noah Hawley?
Yeah, about him directing the next one. And so I think for the time being, Tarantino's off.
As an enormous Tarantino fan, I hope that's true because I just don't see those two things mixing. And I'd like to. I'm eventually going to have all of the Blu-rays of the Tarantino movies, and I don't want to have a Star Trek one in there.
Okay, I think it'd be interesting to see Tarantino actually direct that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's done some mainstream stuff. I mean, when he was super hot off Pulp Fiction, he directed an episode of ER.
Okay.
And he directed a few episodes of Alias, I believe, which was a J.J. Abrams show. So he's done some kind of just not like his stuff. But I think everyone would have these expectations like, oh, well, you got to have Samuel Jackson in it and swearing and lots of blood and stuff. And I don't know. It just feels so opposite to Star Trek. It's like two things that are great on their own, but together, I personally wouldn't want to see it. It would feel like a weird parody.
I kind of agree with you. I actually asked myself if Gene Roddenberry, what would Gene Roddenberry say to Tarantino directing? I would say no.
Right.
Although it would be interesting.
It would be interesting, you know. Sith Felix says an R-rated Tarantino Star Trek is a huge mistake, so he obviously agrees with you guys. Curtis says I'm with Josh on that, and Black Hat says JJ said this is not your dad's Star Trek. Well, I was a small kid when I saw TOS when it was new, so I guess JJ meant this Star Trek is not for me, so I don't watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I saw the first one. It was just called Star Trek, right? I saw that one once, and I saw In Darkness once, and that was it. It was like, okay. It didn't really have any replay value for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas,
okay. Yeah, I'm in a weird place with Star Trek. Like, I've been a fan since I was a kid. Like, whatever, 7 years old. My dad showed me Star Trek, so I've loved it my whole life. But I'm not, like, attached to what happens with it. Like, Discovery's trash. I hate Discovery. There's some retarded things in Discovery. It's not a show. It's a piece of crap. Okay. But, you know, I'm not super picky unless they do something like Discovery and then they make it complete trash. Like, when I saw Spock on Discovery for the first time, I was cracking up. It was so ridiculous that I couldn't take it seriously. You know what I mean? Like, it was so ridiculous. If Tarantino returned, I'd like a return to Star Trek. He could bring a stylized vision to maybe resemble old school Star Trek, bring clever dialogue, but make it a family experience again. What do you guys think of that?
Well, that's a great suggestion because it would be cool to see Star Trek like firmly in that 60s style again, which again, it's a throwback. It doesn't make sense in the continuity. But I think that essentially neutering Tarantino like that would just be, what's the point of having him make it if he can't really be himself? He's the only filmmaker that can just completely do his own thing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it'd be a waste of a movie because he's said a lot of times he only wants to do so many movies, and to have him waste one on something where he's not going to be himself, as a fan, I wouldn't want to see it. Yeah,
but directors say stuff like that. Come on, you know, like there's nothing to stop him from making more movies if he says he's retired or some stupid thing like that.
Yeah. I mean, he is around 60, I think.
Whatever. You know, how old is Scorsese? You know, whatever.
He's up there. Yeah.
But Scorsese's still making movies, so Tarantino can still make movies.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to The Irishman. Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. It's gonna be great, man. Let's see what we got in the comments. Thank you, MacGyver, for stopping by. I think he found the channel recently, maybe a week or two ago. Thank you very much. Maybe he found me through Orville Nation, actually.
Yeah, MacGyver listens to us. I know that.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. James says, for me, J.J. Vision reboot left me bland to destroy Vulcan, create an advanced villain, just left me numb.
Oh, that's the first one, right? Where Winona Ryder is suddenly old, playing Spock's mom.
And by the way, I'm going to put Orville Nation's channel in the chat right now. He's coming close to 1,000. 988. You're getting subs really fast, man. I'll have to ask you about that sometime. But anyway, that's great. Really, really fast.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing, that I see that other channels don't do is I see. I mean, I know you don't do it, but I see other channels with their social media just totally underdeveloped, and I don't understand that. I mean,
right?
What's the point of social media if you're not going to try to channel people to your channel?
Okay, you're linked. So yeah, he's almost at 1,000. Well, dude, I've been hitting Twitter really hard every day, and it's been helping a lot, but it doesn't like flow in. So it leaks. People leak in, like maybe like 10 a week from Twitter or something like that. You know.
It's good. You gotta hustle.
So anyway, I'll talk about that off air sometime. You know, but
you guys just reminded me about something with regards to J.J. Abrams. If you guys notice, JJ, in order to get a dramatic effect in his movies, he kills off key characters left and right. Like you guys just said, he killed off Winona Ryder, Spock's mom. He kills off the whole Vulcan planet. He kills off the whole all of
right. That was I could see how that's I didn't like that, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of J.J. Abrams. I mean, he was clever at starting things, but he clearly doesn't know how to finish stuff. So
You said it. He doesn't finish stuff.
Which is what Disney just hired him to do, which was, I think it's going to be a mistake. I mean, the whole thing was a mistake, but yeah.
Well, I hate to say it, but if The Rise of Skywalker is legitimately terrible, it's going to get our channels a lot of views and attention. Because people just don't migrate to the good reviews and positive stuff that much. They just don't. We don't need to.
It's physically impossible for it to be good. I mean, it can't be good. It is following on two of the worst disasters in movie history. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no way to salvage that.
Orville, you got Mr. Pete as a sub, but I gotta tell you, sub for sub is now illegal on YouTube, so don't sub to Mr. Pete unless you actually like his content, which I'm sure you will, because he's doing like vlogs of like cars and bridges and things like that, so it's pretty cool stuff. So Josh, can you take this one?
Gene Roddenberry personally trained Rick Berman to be his replacement, and Rick Berman became able to make valid Star Trek on his own. Only Gene Roddenberry and Rick Berman can make valid Star Trek. If Rick Berman is who I'm thinking of, he's probably the last guy that made Star Trek that I was interested in, which was, 20 years ago, around First Contact. That was a great movie. It was a great movie. The Borg, and they go back in time. I think that was Rick Berman.
Black Hat, you're totally right. The Rick Berman era was basically just an extension of Gene Roddenberry. And if anybody should be picking who should be in charge of Star Trek after that is Rick Berman.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go with that just because you obviously know more about Star Trek than us.
Oh, John.
Yeah. I don't know too much. I know I like it. I've seen most of the movies, but aside from that, you know.
I gotta hang up because the problem I had last night with my computer. It's overheating. It's starting again, and so I gotta jump off, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you for stopping by, and you guys definitely check out Orville Nation. He's been a big help around here, and I'll definitely gonna catch up with you some other time, man.
Nice to meet you guys. I gotta jump. I gotta run. Sorry, man. Thanks.
It's all good. It's all
Later,
good.
dude. So,
bye, guys.
I'm waving. What were you saying? Oh, I also have a very old and very dangerous laptop that overheats.
Okay.
And what I do is I just put these ice packs under it, and it cools it down. And obviously you don't want to get water in it, so I don't put actual ice. I put that gel stuff you can get at the dollar store.
Mr. Pete wants to jump in on a live.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Pete wants to jump in. Well, all right, Pete. You got it, man. It's been a long time, and I don't like always say no to Mr. Pete, but I'm usually like no. So I'm gonna let Mr. Pete jump in live.
It's cool. How exciting!
Hey, don't get crazy, Josh. Don't get crazy on us.
Well, I mean, all
right, Mr. Pete, you got it, man. I was gonna call John Talks, but he'll probably be busy, so we're gonna get Mr. Pete. So I'm trying to get on live with John, but it doesn't always work out because there's a little lag in our communication, and I usually need to go like immediately because of my schedules and stuff. So it's tough. One day it'll happen. So let's see. And John Bamford, you could, if you want to jump in, you can too, man. I know you don't have like the right setup, but I really like your like speaking voice.
Hello,
Mr.
Can you hear me?
You got no icon, man?
Hello?
Yo.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hi.
You don't have like your Mr. Pete
he's just
icon?
he's just a white ball.
No, yeah, I don't know why I got to still set up, I'm using Streamlab for Android. I still got to like set everything up, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fine.
Hey, Mr. Pete, where are you from, man?
New Jersey.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that explains
I
a
was
lot.
gonna-
Okay.
I was gonna say. I mean, I only heard you say a few words, but it sounded like some goofy British accent or something. But no,
No. This is a British accent.
no, that's not. That's
I'm
not.
going to take the low to the left to the loo.
That's not a British accent. That's not even close. No, I'm sure your Jerseyness will come out.
Probably won't.
Mr. Pete reminds me of, don't take offense to this, the lead character in Little Shop of Horrors, that really old movie. Josh, you gotta know what I'm talking about, right?
Rick Moranis?
Yes.
Like specifically in that movie, or just the actor in general?
The actor, Rick Moranis, for some reason.
I look nothing like him. Rick Moranis has a round face. I have a oval face like you, John. And Rick Moranis is only like 5. Rick Moranis is only like 5'3". I'm 5'10".
I know, but the way you talk, like the plant's gonna eat me. I gotta get out of here. Oh my god!
He sounds like him. He does. He's
right? Yeah, you kind of sound like Rick Moranis, dude. So that's why I let you on the live. And
I love Rick Moranis. Man, he was in.
Yeah, dude, doesn't Mr. Pete sound like Rick Moranis?
I don't know. Give us some lines. Give us some Louis Tully. Oh, I'm down with the 80s.
I'm not the only two Rick Moranis roles I'm familiar with are he was in Spaceballs and
And what?
I think he was saying Ghostbusters and he got cut off.
Ah. Pete, are you still there, man? Pete, come back, man. We're losing you. We're losing you, man.
Louis Tully in Ghostbusters. He was Dark Helmet in Spaceballs.
I think
Seymour Krelbord.
I'm sorry. The last time I had Pete, he had technical problems and I had to kick him off.
Well, he's just a white ball. You can kick him off. It's cool.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Pete, I tried. Are you there, man? No, last time I had him, he had like all the static and cars in the background and shit, and he was driving, and oh, God. Let me in.
Sorry, a little slow there.
All right, here we go. So, here we go. It's entertaining. Now, let's take a comment. Outlaw says, me and my brother used to think drowning in beer would be like heaven, and he ain't here, and I got 2 soakers.
That is a reference to Strange Brew, another Rick Moranis classic where he plays Doug McKenzie, one of the McKenzie brothers, and it's a Canadian classic. There are these 2 hosers who love drinking beer, and you would read that line, me and my brother used to think drowning in beer would be like heaven. Now he ain't here, and I got 2 soakers.
Gotcha. Thank God you're here, Josh.
That was Rick Moranis? Wow, I didn't recognize him without the glasses.
I'm wearing glasses, but
So
So what's left?
Yeah, so Peter, you on your phone or do you have like a professional setup?
I just use my Android phone.
Okay. Did you ever think of like getting a mic and a webcam and stuff like that?
Probably when I hit 1,000, probably. And I'll get YouTube Studio and all that.
Let's see.
I should make a channel. Everyone's got a channel.
You should
have a channel.
I just gotta say this: it's time for the content creators to form some kind of a union or an association because it's getting out of hand. Every 3 months, YouTube is moving the goalposts. They keep changing the rules. Mm-hmm. Enough is enough. It's time for the content creators to make some kind of a union or a group. And if there was like some kind of like union group, like where we pay like, I don't know, like $5 a month. And if they get like good lawyers and if they go after YouTube, then I'm all for that. I really am. Mm-hmm. I think it's high time that the content creators started doing that because it's getting out of hand. Now we have this whole COPA thing. YouTube's just going to use that to get rid of channels they don't want. That's the only thing.
Hold on.
It's not.
I agree with what you're saying, Pete. Do you guys know everything Star Wars?
Oh, John, the other John.
What's up, Rob? I'm on the phone with everything Star Wars.
Oh,
He's on the phone.
good guy.
What are you
Great
doing,
guy.
Rob?
I guess we're on hold.
Hold on, stay hello.
Hello, Rob. It's Pete from.
No, I was holding you up to the microphone. No, I'm live. I got like 17 people in here. It's going pretty good.
It's kind of like old people trying, like watching your grandpa
Yeah.
try to use a VCR in the 80s.
Yeah, they can't hear you, but no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on the phone for a second. I'm gonna mute my mic. And
Jeff,
if you could take a comment or something.
Sure, I will. Jeff B says Bond is on the way out too. Hey, folks. Yeah, Bond. They've been trying to push Bond. They've been trying to push him for the last 10 years or so. With people saying, "Oh, it's time. It's time for a black Bond. It's time for a gay Bond, and now it's time for a black woman Bond who's probably gay." So we'll just get it all at once.
Josh, I'm just using. Josh is your name? Josh?
Yeah, my name's
Did I
Josh.
get
I'm
that?
just Josh.
Yeah.
I don't have a clever name.
Yeah, I'm just using I'm Mr. Pete, so that's not that clever.
No.
I'm just using a single screen. I can't see YouTube, so if anybody asks me a question, just repeat it for me. Okay, that's all. That's all I'm asking.
No, I would do that. The way I'm set up right now, I can't see what the questions are because John was putting them on screen. So he's on the phone with somebody. So yeah, tell me what's. Oh wait, now there's Big Daddy.
Let me. Can I bring up the Mandalorian again? I'm just saying. I forgot the website what it was, but somebody with like a super telephoto camera lens, took some spy shots because they're currently filming right now season 2 of The Mandalorian. And there was a picture of The Mandalorian with his helmet off. They weren't filming. They were like all taking a break. Yeah. And it was not Pedro Pascal under the helmet. There was no Pedro wears a mustache. There was no mustache. And the person was wearing a ski mask, and judging by the nose and the jawline, this person looked like a woman. I'm just saying that. This person looked like a woman. You couldn't make out the full face because the person was wearing like a ski mask under with the helmet off, but the person was smiling. You could see the smile, and judging by the jawline, the nose, the person looked like a woman. So I think they're gonna pull an Memphis nest on this. Whether this show lasts 2, 3, 4 seasons, whatever. The last episode, the Mandalorian is going to take the helmet off, and you're going to see a woman under there. I believe Pedro is just voicing the character. That's what I believe.
Yeah. I mean, to my knowledge, I haven't seen a shot of him in the costume.
Right. I know. I haven't seen a shot of him in the costume with the helmet off yet.
Right.
I'm just saying. We all know what he looked like. He's got a slender build.
Because, and I was saying this earlier with John, how it's just silly to have a recognizable face. I mean, he's not huge, but he's recognizable from Game of Thrones, and they have him in a mask the whole time is silly. That's why all those stupid Marvel movies, they always take their mask off. It's just stupid. But you could say, Pedro Pascal is the voice of the Mandalorian, but no, they say Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian. They're implying he's in that suit.
As the Mandalorian, not is the Mandalorian. Big difference. I'm telling you, they're going to pull an Memphis nest on us. And you know what? Personally, I don't care because this character is not a Mary Sue. This character needs help. This character is not perfect at everything it does. And this person is constantly getting beat up. So I like the character. It doesn't matter to me if the character is a man, a woman, or black, white, blue, pink. I don't know. Transgendered, whatever.
I feel myself a bit emotionally involved in the character for the first time ever in Star Wars Disney.
Yeah,
I didn't care about anyone in Rogue One. I didn't care. They all died. There's some Japanese guy next to me crying. I was like, "What are you crying about? These are just stock characters. They don't matter." But I feel like if I watch this show for 1, 2, 3 seasons and I go through these adventures with this guy and he pulls his hat off and he's a chick, it's no different than going home with the hot chick from the bar and she has a dick.
Do you think the new Bond woman will be a naval OFCUK? Oh my.
That was James Bond's rank before he became a spy or something like that.
Well, I gotta tell you guys a secret. Lashana Lynch is actually a man, so there is no James Bond woman.
Well, the black chick?
That's a man.
Yeah, she's awfully masculine.
That's a man. And George, by the way, thank you for stopping by. I can't recall seeing you in this channel, so thank you for stopping by the live, man. So, yeah. Let's see. The troll says Mando is getting it hard as every bounty hunter in the galaxy is after him. I bet he lays low with his own tribe in the next show.
Well, I think the next show, it's... I believe the next show he's going to... I have a feeling that the character, they just want the Baby Yoda blood. I don't think they want the Baby Yoda itself. I think they just want the Baby Yoda blood because they're obviously going to clone it. Dr. Pershing is a cloner. So they're probably going to say, like, the Werner Herzog character, this is just speculation. This is just me predicting. He's probably going to, like, we don't need the child anymore. Do what you want with him. And so I think he's going to protect the child from the other Imperials who want the Yoda character, the Baby Yoda character, dead. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he does something. He says delivers it to someone and says, okay, it'll be safe. Because I like this character, but I don't want to see this character for the next 8 episodes or 6 episodes, whatever's left. I don't think it's necessary. It's not, as far as I know, it's not supposed to be Mandalorian and son, right? And like,
yeah, I don't think we'll see. Maybe we'll see the Baby Yoda like once more.
Well,
probably next season. That'll be it.
Someone said that it felt like 2/3 of a movie, and maybe it will be. Maybe this first arc is 3 chapters that kind of fit together. We don't know. I guess we'll find out on Saturday or Friday.
Hold on, I gotta say something real quick. And Damajanai, I will get to you, man. Hold on one second.
Hey, Damajanai, what's up?
Hey, Damajanai! Just all right. Wait. Swift Rafter is only subscribed to 3 channels, and Entertainment Hacker is not one of them. So please subscribe, man. We're fun. I got Josh. I got Mr. Pete. You want to be a new subscriber. Remember, we've been here before. The first season of Mandalorian will be good. It all depends if the writers stick with it into the second season. I think it's good. Damajanai, if you want to jump in here, why don't you, man? Hail Damajanai. Hail Damajanai.
Yeah, invite him.
If it does suck, then I'll just bow out after the first season and be happy with it. The same way I only really recognize the original trilogy, and the sequel trilogy doesn't exist to me. So,
this is what I think. I think this is the limit to KK's involvement with the Mandalorian. She probably told Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, "Look, you can do anything you want with this character, as long as the character is a woman in the last episode." So that's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think we're going to see. We're going to get that MP reveal in the last episode.
I think that's the fear, but I think that's just we're shell shocked. We're expecting it. We're waiting for it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen.
Right.
I hope it doesn't. I mean, I think a lot of people will be very disappointed if it does. So, you adding more people? Hello?
Yeah, I think he's adding Damajanai.
Hold on.
Here in Japan, it's getting close to midnight. I might have to get out of here. Okay. He's offline. Who's Damajanai?
Oh, he's a content creator like us. Well, like me.
I see. Yeah, I'm not. I don't create content. I'm just happy to come and guest whenever it's a lot of fun for me. But I don't have the drive to make my own channel and hustle for viewers and all that stuff. But I love, John said, "Hey, get on the camera." I say, "Awesome, I'll do it." So I hope this isn't a totally boring question, but what's the weather like in Jersey right now?
40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like 5 degrees Celsius.
Is this
Overcast.
snow?
No
Hello?
snow. Overcast. Hello?
Interesting.
Who just said hello?
I think that was Mr. Entertainment Hacker himself.
Oh, okay.
You missed it, John. We're talking about the weather. It's fascinating for people. I don't know. I'm old enough that, I grew up when we had to call people on telephones, and calling people on the other side of the planet was not viable. I mean, that would cost you hundreds of dollars or something. So the fact that we can talk to each other, with video on the other side of the planet, it still blows my mind. I mean, I know anyone under like 35 is like, "What's up, boomer?" But what can I say? I appreciate that I'm old enough to remember what it was like before all this.
Boomer is becoming the new N-word. It is.
We're not even close to boomers. So
What the fuck, man?
Swifty Raptor's avatar is a white Bengal tiger, and I was fascinated to read that is not a separate species from the orange tiger. Those are basically just retarded. Well, it's a genetic freak. It's like an albino.
Right. It's like the equivalent of a person having a cleft chin, a double chin, or a attached earlobe.
Can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear you. They breed them because they like the white tigers, so every generation comes out more and more retarded because of the inbreeding.
Unfortunately, yes.
But, there's very few tigers left on the planet. I think that's interesting. I think there's more tigers in captivity as pets for rich people than.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's about 2,000 left in the world wild or something like that.
Yeah, it's so rare, dude. That's crazy. But when you think about how few that is, and a tiger is like one of the most famous animals. Everybody can instantly imagine a tiger if you've only seen them at the zoo or whatever. But there's only 2,000 of them out there. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, there's like 100,000 in captivity, and there's only like 2,000 left in the wild, which is incredible.
But the white ones do look cooler. It's just a shame that with the inbreeding, they have those problems with the health problems and stuff. Yeah. We're talking about tigers, John. Now I don't even know if John can hear us.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, hey, John. Hey.
Can you hear me?
John, John, I don't mean to be rude, but it always seems like you have these technical difficulties. Is it because you're halfway around the world? It's because you're halfway around the world, isn't it?
Everything was fine until you got here. So.
Oh, yeah, blame me, yeah.
I think it's just the Jersey, something in the wiring in Jersey. I thought I could hear John. But I don't know. We've been talking for almost 2 hours, and it's almost midnight here. So
yeah,
I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Isn't that weird? Like you're just like, what are you talking about? It's Wednesday morning. We're just starting our day, but no, it's almost Thursday.
Okay. Son of a bitch, man.
Yeah, you're lagging now. Am I lagging?
John, I forget. Do you have 2 kids or 3? I don't think you can hear me.
Well, as far as I know, he has 3.
Yeah. I was wondering if he's English too, or he's just letting them concentrate on Japanese.
Cocksucker, what the fuck, man?
I'm just wondering if you wanted your kids to be bilingual or not. That's all.
No, he was talking about the microphone, not your question.
Oh, I thought about the question.
I have not hung out with his kids, but as far as I know, their mom talks to him in Japanese and he talks to him in English. And a little kid, he'll just absorb them both, and he'll be bilingual without having to study.
Yeah, naturally. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. Maybe they'll be, I don't know, maybe one day one of them will grow up to be the ambassador to Japan or something like that. You never know. Or the ambassador to America.
That would be cool. I don't even know who the current ambassador to Japan is. It was Kennedy's daughter before Trump was elected. But ambassadorships are basically just something they give their rich friends. Like, yeah, you're the ambassador to whatever. And so like
that's true, but when you pick an ambassador, the ambassador should be familiar with the culture and the customs of said nation. You know,
you'd think so, but I don't think the previous one was. I never met him, but I was in the same room as him. Basically, to get a really nice country like Japan, you'd have to donate a lot of money to the campaign of the president, because everybody wants to be ambassador to Japan. Other than the earthquakes, it's awesome here. I can hear you now.
I heard something like, I don't know if this is true, but I heard something like, we all know Japan gets dozens of earthquakes, but I heard it's basically Japan's neighbor. I heard Korea, despite being so close, only gets like one of them a year or something like that. Is that true?
I don't know, because I've only been to Korea for a few days. I didn't feel anything while I was there, but I can't imagine them getting more than us though, because we get them all the time. So,
yeah, but that's the funny thing. You'd think they would get a significant amount too.
Maybe it's just Japan is right on a fault line or something, and it sucks. But like, we have big ones every now and then, but you'll feel little ones. Very common. It's like sometimes a few times a week. It's pretty common.
Yeah. About it made big headlines about 14 years ago, there was an earthquake in the New York City area. And it was actually the epicenter was down in Virginia, and it was like a 5.6. But there's something about the soil on the East Coast where it just travels for miles and miles and miles. People felt the shock waves as far south as Florida and as far north as Quebec, Canada. And when I felt the shock wave, the ground, it went up and down. It went up and down again, and it felt like about a foot.
I feel like you could have said that in a more interesting way.
No, it wasn't like it wasn't like the buildings were shaking here.
Stay on track with the topics that you are talking about. So, here we're talking about tigers and we're talking about earthquakes. So,
yeah, it wasn't like the buildings were shaking. It was just it was kind of almost like a wave in the ocean. That's what it felt like. And I said to myself, boy, that must have been a huge truck that went by. And I looked around and there was no trucks. And I'm like, no, that couldn't have been what I thought it was. And I turned on the radio and there was a big earthquake in the Washington, D.C. area.
Quiet, there's a woman.
Everybody was freaking out.
It's a girl. It's a girl. Oh my God, it's a girl. You got to try to look good.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hi there, Alyssa. Yeah, I felt that. I felt
she wants to talk about Star Wars. Oh my God.
Up here in Jersey. And people in New York City were freaking out. They were they were running out of the buildings. They were freaking out. They were what do we do? What do we do? Right. Nobody, because we don't get earthquakes. Nobody knew what to do.
Oh, I got it. My phone's in the other room though. Anyway, the earthquake story is really boring. But.
Oh, I'm sorry it wasn't a 9, so.
Well, I'm sorry. If we're going to compare earthquake stories, you're going to lose. Because we have better earthquakes here.
Yeah, but our earthquakes are super rare. So that's what makes them unique.
Hello.
Yeah, I got to end it. I have no sound. I don't know what the fuck happened. So, but it's getting late anyway, so.
Now I can hear you.
John, if you want to end it, you can end it.
You can't hear my mic, though.
No. What you're saying right now is coming through my computer, too.
Can the chat hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Right.
Yeah, so just talk like you're talking in, because we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez, man. Yeah, but if this mic isn't working, that's a terrible thing for me. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up anyway. So yeah, if you guys could hear me, I gotta apologize for like that last 10 minutes here, but we're gonna wrap it up because it's late for us. We got work tomorrow, but I gotta thank you. I said like 20 people the whole time. Gotta thank everyone for coming in. I missed a few of you guys in the chat. You know what I mean? Swift Raptor, thank you very much. Crazy Eyed Jedi, I see your chats. Thank you very much, man. Curtis, I see all you guys in here. MacGyver, Alicia, thank you very much. I think you also followed me over from Orville Nation. Thank you very much. But I gotta end it, guys. I apologize for the ending of the stream, but it went pretty good all through. So thank you very much. Josh, any final words?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.
Sloppy ending, just like my videos. Thank you very much, guys.